transportation too. So as you heard, like when they make the plans for 101 and Q, they didn't plan bus stops there. They actually planned them away.
Away from the core.
Exactly.
Can't have us near their nice sushi.
So not only was Mike Sturla's wife a part of that, right? But so was city government, because they ultimately voted yes on the plan. So therefore they all had a hand in that happening. The whole interconnection. They might like to pass the buck, but in reality that's the case. We're here to make demands of Mike Sturla. See, I'm getting them all. We're here to make demands of Mike Sturla, much like we will also of Scott Martin's, where we want to expand, one of our COVID-19 demands is to expand Medicaid to everyone in Pennsylvania, including those who are undocumented.
Yes.
Several states have already done it during this pandemic. I was trying to find out the story, but I thought there was like maybe 30 or something. I'm not sure. I got to check into that. But several states have already done it, but Pennsylvania has not. We are in the middle of a global pandemic, and this has already brought to light how this pandemic is disproportionately affecting and killing people of color and the poor and dispossessed. Right? So we need him to get on that and get Medicaid expanded to everyone in Pennsylvania. There are millions of people without insurance right now because they're not working. That's malarkey. Get on it. Right? Another one. Mike Sturla wants to sit there and tell us horror stories when he walked into the LGATR. I can't believe it. They got beds in the hallway. I agree with you. We shouldn't lose St. Joe's right now. Blah, 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 blah. But he didn't do nothing to fight for it. He stands to, be able to benefit more if it gets rezoned and redeveloped than if it doesn't. And that's a shame. We keep hearing how Penn Medicine, LGH, so Penn Medicine, LGH, and UPMC are both looking to rezone and sell away healthcare-related property to build the same bougie, luxury housing, restaurants and stores combo. That's happening all over the county. It ain't nothing new. You're trying to make it sound like the one they're doing at St. Joe's is something spectacular. No, it ain't. It's a repeat. It's a copy. And so they're both doing that, and they keep trying to point out the nearby things we have. Like LGH's excuse was, we got that health center there on North Water. And you've got UPMC trying to tap the little smidget of a crumb they gave us across the street.
Right.
But let me tell you something right now. I was born and raised in Lancaster. I lived all over this county. There was a time where we were living in Coreyville for a while. And we moved back into the city because our friend was selling a mobile home we were living out of. We had to move. There was no place affordable to rent in Coreyville. Took us 3 months to even find the crap hole we got in Lancaster City. And I lost my means of transportation, which means I lost access to my family doctor. I'm a Medicaid recipient. There's so many different MCOs because, again, our Medicaid is partially privatized. It took me forever, and it was a frustrating headache to even find an entity that would, one, take my MCO at the time because they have a limit of who they can take. And then when I did, they said, well, it's going to be at least 2 months till you can get an appointment. Then if you got to reschedule, you got to wait another 2 months. So basically, through that whole debacle, I went out without health care for over a year. Yeah, we're supposed to be, and the funny thing is, if that was the place that LCH was talking about, I finally got in at the Water Street one, right? But I never once went to see them because I couldn't get an appointment. Then I got transportation. I went back to Coreyville to see my doctor. But it was for well over a year that I went through that. And it's a very common story. So we shouldn't be rezoning away any Penn Medicine or UPMC healthcare of this community. We're in the middle of a global pandemic. This is absolutely insane. And so that's what we're here to call out
Hey
today.
Tammy, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Good. Good to see you again. Thank you all for being here. Here. Get email, call again. He's out here, but
All right, sounds good. All right, so, yeah, they know it. Okay, so that was interesting. I'm sorry, that just caught me off guard. Okay, so that was my story. I just wanted to share that. To link the issues of transportation, healthcare, gentrification, rezoning, the debacle of the developers, the debacle of the bailouts. It's all interconnected. It's all forms of state violence.
Yes, it is.
So we demand that Mike Sturla get his butt in gear. He's had a 30-year vacation. If you get elected in November and stay in this seat, get acting on pushing forth our public health care advocate, like we've been pushing you to do so. Get your butt in gear and hold UPMC accountable and stop the rezoning of St. Joseph Hospital. Get working on meeting our COVID-19 demands. That means reopening closed hospitals and expanding Medicaid to everyone, among others. Since y'all are developers, how about canceling the rents too?
Right.
Yep.